Hi guys, welcome to Behind the Streams, a podcast all about gaming streaming. And tonight, Lady Dimitриce putting the rack back into Raccoon City. Am I right, ladies?
Oh damn! Okay, yeah, you went there. You went there. Cool, 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 cool.
I thought that was quite an interesting pun because it
That
said
was that wasn't too bad. That
rac-
wasn't too bad.
Raccoon City. It's like, we'll go for-
Raccoon City. So wait, let me get it straight. So that was in Resident Evil 2/3, weren't it? Was that 2? We got blown up. Just
and for a little bit of six, but we don't like to talk about that. Where he
6
just,
didn't happen.
Six didn't happen, but he was in Little Raccoon City for a bit, kind of thing.
So let's talk about it. Let's do the build up to it, right? So you
Yeah.
had Resident Evil 1.
Yeah,
That was in Mansion.
yeah.
You had number 2,
Raccoon City, bitch.
which is Raccoon City. Now 3 was set during number 2, weren't it? Am I right?
Yeah, I think one and two are in the same time period.
Yeah. And
And then I'm not sure after three, Nemesis comes in, and it's all a bit confusing.
yeah, and then he just hates stars. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
nighttime must be a bitch for him. Just like, trying to sleep, and he's like, open his eyes, and he's like, stars.
Him just like doing a puzzle at 3 a.m,
Yeah.
trying to like, but I can't sleep because every time I sleep, I see stars.
He's like, look out the sky. I'm like, okay, look at the moon. He's like, no stars.
Just draws his curtains.
Then you had number 4, which was
Village,
set in where was it set? I'm gonna say Mexico, but I think I'm wrong there.
Yeah, kind of Mexico-y Spanish vibe, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, 5 was
yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, yeah.
6 didn't happen.
Raccoon City a little bit, yeah. That was only the best bit in it was when he goes through that again. I was like, nice, and that was it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Then 7
That's about it.
was the Baker Estate.
But yeah, man. That actually, so saying that, right? So we're gonna go into a little bit about this later, but I didn't actually play 7.
Right.
I watched a playthrough, 100% walkthrough of the whole thing, and I've got to admit, like, I was very skeptical of like the first-person kind of style of it.
Yep.
But for that kind of game in that scenery, it works perfectly.
It works
for it.
really well, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
And I said to you, it reminds me of Resident Evil, like the core series, like 1 and 2. Like there's puzzles, it felt like Resident Evil, but it didn't feel like Resident Evil, obviously, because with the direction they're going. And 8, let's talk about it, man.
Right.
8.
So cool. So like, I'm watching the walkthrough. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. But what I've seen so far is right up my fucking alley. I actually really like it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So it proper feel, because I've watched Red Play and she completed it, and it is great. It really is great. But it felt like an old school Resident Evil. The puzzles were there, the enemies were great, and
Yeah.
oh yes,
It's cool. It really actually gave me. I remember when the trailer dropped as well. It gave me a really Silent Hill vibe,
massively.
like massively. Like I'm talking really bad. Like in terms of like you got the daughter being like the cast as the evil one coming back and
Yep.
ruining the village, which is like Silent Hill again. And what's her face? The old woman with the cloak on, very like the fucking one Silent Hill as well. It just really like I remember because they even said coming back to it, and I was like, "Is this a new Silent Hill game? This is going to be fucking top notch." Isn't it?
There's
So-
2 parts of the game though that is actually terrifying,
Right.
and it's not as in like jump scares or anything, but just the whole. It's scary. I was just like, nah, I'm alright, mate. I'm
Yeah.
alright. And for me, like I was like, okay, that to me is a horror game. I was like, yeah, that is freaky as fuck. Let's carry on. Let's get through it. And oh my god, the ending's so good.
Is it? Oh man, I can't wait
Yeah.
to see that. Yeah. But let's talk about the 2 parts. So what really made you jump in that?
I can't say without spoiler. I don't think we're bypassed the spoiler section yet.
Ooh. We can talk about the hand. I think it's safe to say we can talk about the hand. Do you think?
Well, I feel like he's a bit like Luke Skywalker. And
Literally, man. Like, fuck this, right? So again, I saw that like number 7, right? We'll
Yep.
say like immediately as it starts, fucking, he gets his hand/arm cut off.
yep.
Like immediately, and then
Poor Ethan,
the
man.
next time you see it is like Jack Baker has literally just put it together with some super glue and a few staples and
Yep.
a Fitbit watch. It's fair to say, isn't
Yep.
it? And I'm just like, that wouldn't work.
Then in number 8, I think we can talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's all right. It's not the biggest because it's not even a spoiler, really, is it? Because he
Nah.
fucking gets his hand cut off while trying to do a handle, and then 2 minutes later he just sticks it back on like nothing's happened.
Now, this threw me.
Yeah.
I think we should end it after. Add anything you want to, bro. But I'm gonna say one thing about it, and then that's it for me, because I
Okay.
know how it ends.
All right, yeah.
Okay, there's zombies in like the first 1 to 3. There's Nemesis in number 3. There's like all these people,
Mm,
Mr. X.
yeah.
You've got, oh my god, you've got Wesker, you've got everything. In this, you've got zombies, werewolves, and vampires. And none of that, I'm like, oh, that's not real. But as soon as he put his hand back on, I was like,
Yeah.
you've lost me.
I don't know why. I can't speak from a whole point of game view because I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there some fucking immoral? Is this guy like immortal or some shit? Because he literally just sticks it back on and it's like working again.
Yeah.
Like
It's
a robot
fine. No
hand. And then
stitches.
I'm like, we can't. Like, we have to be a bit sensible. I know we're in a world where all this shit can happen, but being able to put your hand back on like nothing's happened is a bit stupid, I think. But
Yeah, no, that bit was the only bit in that game where I was like, what?
yeah, same. I was watching it and I kind of was like, "Oh, I got the jump scare," and then when he just kind of like fucking super glued it back on and was like, "Da-da-da," like fine, I was like, "No, that's."
He's like, high five, and his hand just falls off.
Hi guys, it just flaps off. Like,
Hey, Jarvis in the house. This is my favourite Sunday stream. Yeah, boy.
oh, mate, good to see you every Sunday. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. But
So-
yeah, I don't know if you're playing this kind of thing, but yeah, it's just fucking nuts, isn't it?
That took me out of the world a little bit. That's the
yeah,
only
it
part.
did. Yeah,
Because I say zombies, vampires, werewolves, and shit. But a hand, I've seen many films where the hands get cut off.
yeah. Like for example, one of my favorite ones is Evil Dead 2.
Oh,
Has the arm chopped off, puts the fucking chainsaw on it. It's badass, right? It's fucking sick. Bruce Campbell as Ash from The Evil Dead. But this was stupid. There's nothing to like. Was there really any need for the hand to be cut off in the story? I don't think there was.
I think it's just wait. Maybe I shouldn't just pull random levers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then
Hand chopped off.
the whole hand comes off, and
Yeah.
then he just sticks it on, and then it's like da like a magic trick, isn't it? I was like,
and it's pretty cool though. Oh, can you imagine that, just getting your hand chopped off and you're like, no.
oh, it'd just be like like the Addams Family, like
Yeah.
the hand just runs off, like kind of.
Oh, yeah. What do you think of the enemies? As in the main lady.
Was it Demetrice? I think I'm saying that right. I've watched a few videos of the officials pronouncing her name, and it is Demetrice. I think.
I wouldn't even be able to say that.
Yeah, Lady Demetrice. Yeah, them big
Demetrice.
the big vampire milkers.
And then you've got her daughters. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Because obviously they're based on real. They don't do CGI anymore. They do it based on real actors.
That's all right, like Last of Us and stuff.
Yeah.
All
So
face
the
ones,
actress who does the main daughter, Bella, I think it is. She
Yeah.
sadly passed away last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah. And I was just like, oh man. Oh,
bad.
it's so sad. Like she didn't even get to see the game come out. But yeah,
Oh.
she was. I don't know anything else she's been in, but yeah, sorry to hear that. And
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, it's things like that that really hits home as well when stuff like that before it gets released. Ah, sad, man.
it is such a good game. It really is. Continue watching it, man.
Yeah, as I said, I'm watching it and stuff, and I'm really enjoying it, especially the theme and characters of it. I know they're going quite away from the Resident Evil roots and stuff.
I think it needs to evolve though.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's a question of like the American Horror Story kind of franchise where they've gone so mad with the themes. It's like, what else can they really do? Like.
So what was that film where is it Jason? No, wait, who goes into space?
Yeah, again, that's a really good example. Friday the 13th when they
Friday,
done Jason.
Yeah, with Jason, right? So the
Right.
first one is just he dies. He dies all the time.
I think in the first one is a spoiler again. It's not really a spoiler.
No,
it's from
mate,
the
it's been
80s
out
fucking
like
film.
yeah.
But, the first one is his mum, innit? Is the
Yeah.
killer. And then you see that Jason comes out of the water, and then from then on, he's the main killer in Crystal Lake kind of thing.
Right. And
Yeah,
then
but
it ends
then
up,
that was ridiculous. I remember getting so annoyed because they done like Jason Goes to Hell, and I thought, oh, kind of cool. And then you see the Freddy glove with it and all that. But then when he's in space, and then that is it, Jason in Manhattan, he goes to New York.
yeah.
It's like, fuck me, what else are they going to put him in? Like, Jason does your grocery shopping, like, on the
Oh,
weekend?
that'd be great. That would be great. He's like just queuing up, and he's like, nah, and just kills the person in front of him.
Exactly.
That was
And then they
savage.
did- yeah, just with, like, machete just going through, like,
But
cutting
where,
his
like,
own
do you think? Because I think, like, if we talk about sequels as a whole, right?
thing. Yeah.
Sequels are it's crazy because we've been playing these games for years, many years, and you got kids today that like they're coming into it and they're like, wait, there's Resident Evil 8. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? So then they learning about that. Well, we're growing up with it. So what is your worst sequel? Or on your best sequel? That's a wonderful question. I love myself.
Best sequel.
Your favourite?
Tony Hawk's.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That was fair. The second one really brought it to a piece, and then number 3 even went further. Like with their sequels, when they were rising, they added some features that make it what it is today.
I feel like
it
went a bit skew with after what one was it? American Wasteland.
American Wasteland.
Yeah.
American Wasteland is where they really went a bit like they pretty much exhausted every kind of method, and it was a bit silly and all that. And then they brought BMXs into it, which ruined it. But in terms of my favorite, I don't know. It's a hard one to say, man.
Just put you on the spot, bro.
Yeah, that's it. I'll have a little think about it. It might come back to it if I can think of anything that's going to really pop in my mind. What about you?
Favorite sequel? It's got to be, man, Mass Effect 2. I absolutely adored Mass Effect 1, and then 2. I was like, what is going on? This is incredible. And then 3. But yeah.
We don't talk about that, isn't it?
Oh, Joel's got a good point. My worst sequel was Dragon Age 2. Right, so Dragon Age Origin. Have you played Dragon Age, Tone?
No.
Right, so Dragon Age Origins was the first one, I think. And it was so good. It was incredible. The storyline was amazing. You had this world. You went from different parts. And then number 2 came out, and it was literally in one kingdom. And you're like, wait, what? After all that in number 1, you're like just in one kingdom.
Yeah. So they've gone like quite open world with it, and then it's just like, dimming it right down. Which again, as I said, in Resident Evil 7, you only stay in one location for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it works. It really works in that kind of style.
Some games, it does work.
I think Isolation and one like that, because it's like a horror film. You know when someone is trying to get out, and they can't. That adds to the whole suspense of it. And
completely.
Yeah.
What's my worst sequel?
Yeah, worst sequel. That's a hard one because as I said,
well, I know the film. If you're on about films, I can tell you the worst sequel ever.
Go for it. Yeah.
Wonder Woman 2.
Oh really?
Mate, that was the biggest load of shit I've ever seen.
Really?
Honestly, I was so pumped for it. I love DC, and equally as Marvel. I love them both, and I was so disappointed. I was like, what? I could have guessed the ending from the beginning, and I was just like, what? Actually, the beginning was the best bit, and then from then it was just awful.
Really?
I'm really upset. It hurt, man.
Yeah, it still hurts. It's like Phantom Menace, isn't it?
See, I like Phantom Menace. I liked it. Yes, no, I like the prequels.
Oh, man.
I like the prequels.
Jar Jar in it, man. Fuck
Jar Jar's a Don, and Jar's best sequel is Dead Space 2. I think that's a solid shout.
I'm trying to think Dead Space. That's fucking... I'm a bit mixed up. I'm thinking of Left 4 Dead for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking of that.
Left 4 Dead 2 is good. Left 4 Dead 2 is really good.
Yeah.
I like when they like add to it and expand it without definitely. Like going too far away from its core. But
definitely, yeah. As
talking
I said,
about,
like,
go on.
No,
you go on.
No, you go. No, you hang up.
No, you hang up. No, tell me, man. Don't hang up. Tell me, what was you going to say?
I've forgotten now.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So, talking about sequels, right?
Yeah.
There is a game that's just come out
a
week and a half ago, 2 weeks maybe? And I've been waiting 20 bloody years for it.
Definitely. Waiting for the fucking consoles to like align with that, innit, man? But yeah.
20 odd years. New Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
I've watched a few again videos of that, man, and that is just insane with like even the boss fights kind of thing. Like,
boss
crazy.
Fights?
Yeah, like like the kind of boss ones when it's just like one legendary kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how they done that was really cool, I think, and like different methods of getting photos and like the new apples that make them go all shiny. I was like,
shiny.
Cool.
So it's quite interesting because my fiance Red, she had never played Pokemon Snap before. And literally 2 weeks before the new one came out, I was like, right, bust out the N64, going to sit down and we are going to play this. She played it. She loved it. She got all the Pokemon, and then she only had to wait 2 fucking weeks. 2 weeks for the sequel. I was like, oh my god. 20 years, man, and it delivered. It really did.
Yeah, and what did you see? Thingy comes back in it, Todd. I was like, oh shit, it's Todd. Yeah, Todd just rocks up, and I was like, oh shit, it's Todd. What up, like?
He's aged though. I don't understand it.
Mate, he's definitely like he's got better with age. I think, isn't he? Like,
yeah, and I'm like, wait.
Suave, like haired piece comes in. I was like, you're not the Todd I remember, like all blocky and shit. Like.
And Ash hasn't aged. I feel he's stuck.
He's stuck in like a whole time loop, I think, kind of thing, isn't he? But
so what? Going back to the sequels, right? Because I feel like we need to talk about it. What game do you wish they never made a sequel to?
See, I'm not really. This is going to be quite a statement, but it's going to lead into another topic I want to talk about. I'm not a really big gamer kind of thing. If that makes sense. I'm really casual with it. I'm a very retro kind of guy.
I know you are.
Yeah, definitely. Like I don't tend to play a lot of new ones. I remember when PS3 came out, and I was more like playing older shit back then. You know what I mean? And commenting on it and making snide remarks to build comedy and shit. And I was doing that way back, whatever. So it's a hard thing to say, which is gonna kind of. I wanted to talk about this, thinking about it, that like today's generation, don't have to sit and play through games anymore.
Nope. They
literally like you've got Twitch, you've got YouTube videos that pretty much have like 100% completion walkthroughs. That's how I got updated with 7, and it's how I'm currently kind of viewing 8 now.
So, how do you find it actually not playing it but watching it?
A good example of this, right, is Last of Us 2, right?
Yep.
I played it, really enjoyed it. I took a lot of the story in, but at the same time, a part of me is thinking like I could easily go back and watch a playthrough of that, and still get the buzz line for the storyline. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really.
It's definitely a new thing. It's like last 10 years, you'd say.
About since kind of internet speeds have been enough to like let us actually watch all this completely. Because before you never had that, you had to play it. You know what I mean? That was the only way you got to experience it. But because now media is so like out there
in your face,
everyone's doing these videos kind of thing. It's easy to see because that's one thing as well. I hate going through a whole game like Days Gone, for example, fucking massive. And when you find out you missed bits and you're thinking, I'm not going to do all that again. No way am I doing all that again.
Slowed up YouTube,
like how many months to get here, right? So I'm not going to do the whole thing again. Whereas this one, I could watch a whole completion. I know everything about it and I'm fully up to date with it. And I don't know why. It's like, I don't know if it's, the new wave of like enjoying entertainment as well.
So do you feel like you don't have to play games anymore? As in, okay, I didn't play Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
But I watched Shah play it. And we completed it, and I feel like I've played the game.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt about 7. I didn't actually play it physically, but it's because, especially with like these kind of games, it's like they're like first-person view. Yeah. So you get that very kind of like you're in the game, even if you're not actually controlling it and stuff. It's crazy. I don't particularly know if that is the new way it's going to go, or if it, because I can't really speak from two ways about it. Like. We what we really need is someone here who has actually like completed these newer games and can say no, it's a whole different experience. You need to play it. Yeah,
it's definitely a new experience. If you, I don't know, man, because like if you go to, I suppose the only thing that's similar to it is watching something in a theater compared to a DVD of it.
Yeah, very good point. So the atmosphere builds with that and the kind of location stuff, and also sound is a big thing in cinema. You know what I mean?
Massively, but like you're pretty much watching the game without playing it.
As I said, I don't know. Like I think with like, what did you think about the jump scares and stuff like that? Was it as impactful as if you were playing it?
I mean, I'm a pussy.
Because you've played some horror ones. What's the ghost one called? Beginning with P.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, and that is when you are physically in control of it.
I shit myself.
Yeah, I guess the jump scares are.
But then equally, when like Char's around, she's playing it, and I'm sitting next to her. I'm still like, well, my sweet Jesus, I'm invested in it. I'm invested in it so much. Yeah. Like it's unbelievable. You have because I get into when I'm watching something, I'm fully invested into it.
Yeah.
So when like there's a jump scare going on, it's like as if I'm actually playing it. Now I've not watched many walkthroughs of games.
Okay.
But I suppose if there's a game that I don't want to spend money on, I'll happily watch it.
Yeah. And as I said, if it is like, for example, like I could have played 7, but especially with me, this is another trait I have that's not good. It's like I will spend forever looking for everything.
Yeah.
So it takes me like 10 years to complete one game because I'm very like thorough, especially like Resi 4 and like Last of Us. I spend most of my time not looking for shit just so I don't miss out on anything. So to kind of see someone do it and they know that they've got 100% completion record, it takes the time out. It made me be able to update with the new Resident Evil series very quickly.
Yep.
Like the first, I think I watched the Resi 7 was like a 4-hour playthrough. This one's 6, so I'll be done by like tomorrow or whatever.
So do you feel like you've actually, do you actually feel like engrossed into the story more so than playing it?
See, that's another thing because I heard there's people out there obviously that like The Last of Us. They don't actually play it. They just are. They see it more from a movie point of view, whereas like the storyline.
So that's quite interesting because when I was streaming Star Wars, I had a few people in there that never actually played the game, but they watch other people play it all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what actually draws you to watching it? And it's like the struggle, obviously, for me getting my ass kicked. But I mean, like, what draws you to not playing it but watching other people play it?
And I definitely think, yeah, it's like a new generation thing because I think, as I said, like South Park did a whole sketch on it where Carl and Ike, Carl's really excited to get this new game, and Ike's already just like watching PewDiePie, and he's like, meh, kind of attitude to it. And that's like the new generation. It's kind of like, oh, why would I bother? I can watch like a famous YouTuber or whatever do it, and it's like it's sad in a way because obviously, like for us growing up, we are a generation for games have evolved the most, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. Yeah.
We've gone through like the PS, the SNES, the thing, to GameCube, PS2, PS3, 4, and now we're on 5. Like we've been through
every generation of gaming, so we've experienced it firsthand of actually playing these things. I don't know if it specifically takes away or if you can get the same kind of exposure and kind of experience from these things. It's something I'd really like to look into. I might try it with a few new titles and see how I get on.
I think it would be good to watch a title that you're interested in, but you know you're never going to play it.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking difficulty if it's way too hard. You just think I'm not gonna. So like for example, like I'd never really got into Halo.
Really?
I know you're a really big Halo guy.
Massive Halo fan, man.
So yeah, that'd be interesting with the new one to see if I watched it and you played it.
Could happen. It could happen. Have you played? There's a new game coming out. So we talked about Snap, which is incredible. Resident Evil 8, which is amazing. Mass Effect. Oh.
No, again, I'm really in the dark with this one, man.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, what's that, space, isn't it? I know you love a bit of that. Yeah,
I love space.
You love space, man, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Mass Effect, like the remastered editions, I'm so buzzing for them. That was the first game, Mass Effect 1, where I was like, this is next gen. So back in the day when we obviously had that was the year of PS2 and GameCube, and then the Xbox
360,
X360, PS3, and the Wii U came out. So like jumping from PS2 to PS3 and then Xbox to Xbox 360, I was like, this is next gen. Mass Effect was like, my eyes opened up, man. I was like, yes. Oh, cool. I loved it.
All right, yeah, I might have to give that a look. As I said, I could totally watch a whole series of it and be updated. Who knows?
Who knows? I'd wait for the remaster.
Yeah? Okay.
Only because the elevators are so bloody long.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, man, it is. Surrenders. Have you seen the news?
What's the news?
About the old thing that we use.
Oh yeah, I saw this fucking pop up, man. This is a bit. I don't know what direction they're thinking of going in.
So I've heard mixed things, right? Because I heard about 2 months ago that a big company was buying it.
Yeah, and you said one company, and I said, oh, actually no, the majority of the shareholders and shares of it have been bought by this company.
And I was like,
So we should talk about it. It's the main one. It's Discord, isn't it?
Right. So Discord. I thought that the Microsoft was buying either part of it or all of it or something about Discord. They was buying Discord, and then you came on was like, "Yo, it's gonna be Sony." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, Sony have brought the major shares in it, which is obviously showing me, kind of telling me, hang on, they're trying to get ownership of this. Are they
Yeah.
going to incorporate into the PS5 more as time goes on? However, we
Oh.
all know the story of how this goes,
Yeah.
right? With independent platforms and like niche little communities, big companies jump on board, they try and make it more like that, and they absolutely bomb it into the ground, and it becomes shit.
I hope it doesn't bomb. I love this. Oh, Discord is like a great feature.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got our own Discord. We
Yep.
use it, and I just think it's so different to any other social media. It's not social media, but I mean, like, what do you call it?
I call it like a kind of forum community board.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, yeah, kind of
But
thing.
then you
Where
have
it
like
is,
the audio in it, you have video, and it's incredible, man. You could do so much from the back end of it to make it your own. And that's
yeah,
what I
and
really, really like about it.
yeah, and it's gone hand in hand with Twitch and Twitch users and stuff. So if Sony end up buying this and trying to just make it more PlayStation-y and whatever, it's going to be like the YouTube effect when the new CEO come on and it just went downhill. I'm really hoping it ain't.
Yeah,
And I hope
same.
it is. I'm really hoping that they're not trying to buy it completely outright. It's more just a thing of they want to have a share in it to see how new interaction goes.
On the
But I've got a sneaky suspicion them little Sony bastards are up to something. You know?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like press triangle to talk. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, get the fuck
I have
out,
not got
get out.
triangle on my keyboard. What are you on about? Have I got triangle on my keyboard?
Push the triangle button.
no.
I don't have triangle. Push the triangle button now.
Can we? This is so off topic, man. But can we just talk about how
Yeah.
I don't speak any other languages, and I'm really upset that I don't. Never learned them as a child.
like to do that, yeah.
But I can speak different controllers, man. So X is on the bottom of the PlayStation, on square on the play on the, well, it was in the square's place of the on the Xbox
Yeah.
controller,
Yeah.
and then on Nintendo, it's on the right hand side. Hang on, where's my Switch?
Yeah, on the Switch, yeah.
I might be wrong, but and then I'm like, how can I just get that in my brain? Like, why can't X just be universally
Yeah.
on the square?
Yeah.
See,
Right,
I'm just like, no, I've grown up with like Xbox, man. It's on the left hand side.
Yeah, I was very PlayStation-y, and even just like, yeah, the layout on that. Like, you just saw me do it with my thumb. When you went square, I was like triangle, circle, X, square. And it went around that kind of in my brain without even having to think about it, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'll tell you one controller that's literally like no one asked and was like completely different language is the N64.
I went watching Shard trying to play the N64. She was like, I
Yeah.
don't know how to hold it.
Yeah, like literally, right? I'm all for Nintendo and stuff, but that when they thought of that, it was like a fucking spaceship like mount. It's like you've got the middle Joy-Con,
Yep.
then you've got the Z button, which is underneath.
On the back, yep.
Yeah, then you've got
D-pad
shoulder
on the left.
buttons, I think. Is
You've
there
got
two shoulder
D-pad on
buttons?
the left. Then you've got another D-pad, so
Which
to
is
speak, on
buttons,
the right.
which is
which
like
is
yellow,
the C
up, down,
buttons.
left, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got two D-pads.
Yeah.
You got middle joystick. You got right bumper, left bumper.
Yeah.
Then you got B and A.
B&A and the little C buttons, isn't it? And
Yeah,
then
the
it
C
went on-
buttons. But
yeah,
I'm
and
like,
then that went on to GameCube, I think.
but why?
Yeah, it's just like that's well confusing. I remember thinking, nah, fuck this. Like, do you know what I mean?
I was like, nobody asked, man.
Well, yeah. Like, what am I meant to do with this?
No, wait, what was before the N64? It was SNES, right?
SNES, which was more like the kind of Sega Genesis kind of layout. I
Right,
think.
so you've got like literally four buttons on the right, RB,
Yeah.
LB, and a D-pad.
And then yeah,
So
you had
basically they were just like, okay.
A, B, Y, and Z back then, even wasn't it? Yeah.
And so I think they went into the boardroom and I was like, right, we need to evolve this. Any ideas? And then there's all the guys on shrooms sitting there like, what about if we took this and still had the four buttons on this side and the four buttons on this side, then added two more buttons, we could button on the back, LBRB, and
And a fucking
joystick in the
for
middle.
No reason. Yeah.
they're like, how do you hold it?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Because how do you hold it? I would hold it like with
I
one
hold
hand.
it left like that. So imagine another joystick here. So the D-pad's on this side, and I hold it B and A, then joystick in the middle.
and
It
then you got
depends on the
Z,
game, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and as I said, trying to emulate that is a bastard. You know what I mean? Like,
GameCube controller again. I was like, okay, what can we do with this? Okay, lads, we had a shocker. There was There was joysticks coming out everywhere.
There's 2 joysticks when it was the
Three-
first. Yeah.
Where we went wrong, people, is we have 3 joysticks but 2 hands. They're
Yeah.
like, how can we make this better? So they just squished it into a GameCube controller.
They literally just morphed it all down and kind of thing. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I think I'm lagging a bit.
Oh, no, and seeing unicorn. Hello.
Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Oh, hey, we have Luminiatra. Cha. I can't say your name, bro.
Just pull out a cigar. Like.
Yeah. So, and then you had. Then there was like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. Let's have one Joy-Con, which is the. What was that? The Wii U, right? Wii U after GameCube? Wii.
Standard Wii. Nunchuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool. Then they went into Wii U, which was like that was a bit advanced, and everybody, even Nintendo, don't like to talk about that console.
But Wii U, it just never happened. We just went straight to the Switch and we won the console war.
Love to see his name get butchered. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. And then it went Nintendo Switch, right?
Yeah.
After that, which is amazing. It really is. I love how PlayStation was like, "Are you looking at them guys, mate? Look at their controllers, and they're just the same controller over the time."
Literally just throughout the ages, isn't it? They've always been universal with it. They're just
PS5 controls, nice, man. Really is.
PS5, yeah, it's like sleek, isn't it? Yeah.
It is sleek, and the Xbox. Do you remember the Duke with the big ass controller, right? Which was like this big.
Yeah,
that was like the first one. That Duke is in Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, I saw him. He's
incredible.
His little cart that comes out and it opens up. Yeah, it's quite sick, isn't it? Yeah.
Mate, he's a G. I love him.
He is, man. He is a G. A G and a half.
I will say this about Resident Evil 8, though. Yeah. It's taken them 8 games to have a solid story.
Fair,
as in, it directly flows.
Yeah. And I think the gameplay as well, like, the good thing about it, which kind of followed 7 in a way as well, is that it was very fast-paced.
Yeah.
It didn't give you time to, like, look around and fuck about. It was just, like, very, now you're doing this, and now you're going to do this. Yeah. Which is very different from the other ones, you know what I mean?
See, 8 feels more like old-school Resident Evils, like 1 and 2, because you can go and explore, where 7 was very direct. You'll go in here.
Yeah, you're going here now. Jack Baker's coming after you, kind of thing, and you've got to go this way now. And I felt the very same with 8. It was very like, you're pushed into this situation, you ain't got time to react, very quick kind of thing. Yeah. Which in a way is good. I like that, because I do, as I said, I spend way too long looking around for stuff. Like,
you say that, but there is, this ain't a spoiler. I'm not going to say what it is. But if you look around in number 8, the story, oh my sweet Jesus, there's little clippings, whatever they're called. You know where they tell you information?
Yeah.
There is so much story in one of them that is like, it just, oh my God, I can't say. I'm not going to say.
Oh, really? Yeah?
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Oh,
okay,
really?
now we're talking.
So that's like number 7 as well, isn't it? Where you see the newspaper talking about the survivors from Raccoon City.
Yeah.
Over there, the Umbrella helicopter, and etc. etc. And I thought, saying again, number 7, I really liked as well was the videotape use of that.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So how they could literally play stuff from the past and then you interact with it through videotapes. I was like, that's a really cool feature. I like that.
Yeah, no, that was sick. And I will say this: there is maybe the best bit of funny dialogue in Resident Evil in number 8.
Yeah.
Keep your ears open. Is that what you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, Charlotte didn't see it.
But you knew it.
Or hear it.
Yeah.
And I just burst out laughing. And she was like, "You're right." And I was like, "Oh my God, record it." Because it is, yeah. So if you're friends with her on Xbox, don't look at her clip because it's a spoiler. But yeah, it's so good. So good.
I'll look out for that once I finished it and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know what part.
Yeah, cool, yeah. This is like the Sonic thing. I never got around to it. You know when you're like, there's the funniest line in Sonic, the Hedgehog movie, and I never ended up seeing it again.
But watch it, bro. No, Sonic is actually a good film.
Is it?
Yeah.
Me, like,
you
really?
sound like, you're like, sell it to me.
Sell it to me, talk to me. Jim Carrey in it. Yeah.
Honestly,
no, honestly, why was he Robotnik? Can I just ask that? I know he's like amazing, probably one of the best method actors ever, but Robotnik...
Yeah, that was a bit questionable, but he does a
very
great
questionable.
Robotnik.
I was like, no, you're not Dr. Robotnik, mate. Like, I would have preferred Danny DeVito to be Dr. Robotnik.
I could dig that.
Could you see that? I could see him totally with the head.
That.
Yeah, see him with the head thing and the little robot thing. Yeah,
round head.
Yeah, very round head, very like. Because if you remember Robotnik, have you ever watched the cartoons of Sonic?
Yes.
Like, that would have been a wrong number, kind of like attitude. You know what I mean? Like very over the top. I could see Danny DeVito being like that kind of big build
Yeah,
character.
no, I see that, man. I see that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But they went for Jim Carrey.
It's weird. That's why I'm not really for it, man. You might have to just tell me one day.
I will
Yeah.
tell you one day. If you're not going to watch it, I will tell you.
Cool. That'll be the season finale. I'll be like on my deathbed. It'll be like, what's the funny bit in Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
But it's my sense of humour. You might not even find it funny.
Oh,
That's
no,
what I do to people. I'm like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And they're like, it was shit. And I was like, it was so funny.
I think we've got very similar
Yeah,
sense of
yeah.
humor. So I think I probably will like laugh just as much.
We're talking about sequels as a whole. Star Wars, go.
All right, yeah.
order? Worst
What
to
my
best?
favourite? Yeah.
Go on.
I think Jedi, Empire, and the original maybe.
What?
In terms of what ones I like the most, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. What about you? What would you say, yeah?
I don't want to say that on camera, man.
What is it?
My favourite is number 5, which is Empire Strikes Back.
Emperor. Yeah.
Then I've got to say A New Hope.
All right, that's quite a jump, yeah.
Then I'm going to get so much shit for this.
Don't say Phantom Menace.
Phantom of the
Don't
Menace,
say
bro?
fucking Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace sucks.
No.
Like,
No. Phantom
Yes.
Menace is just like, I love Star Wars. I love the overall Star Wars like, universe.
Yeah.
So when
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like going there and there's like so many Jedis and shizzle, I was like, this is so sick.
But it was just to sell toys, man, and fucking
Yeah,
cereal
but
stuff.
like soul toys.
No, Jar Jar Binks. Fuck
Mate,
off.
best.
Like...
Maybe the best. Better than Sidious. Let's say that.
It's just like right because like for me after the original trilogy, the OG trilogy, it all went downhill. Like,
Nah, Revenge of the
it
Sith
did.
was good.
That's easier to say. Yeah, 100%.
Revenge of the
man.
Sith was good.
Yeah, all right. That I'll give you that. Right,
Revenge of the Sith was really, really good.
that is it. Yeah, it's the first 3 and that.
Yeah.
After that, no. Phantom Menace and the rest can literally fuck off.
Attack of the Clones is probably the worst.
Darth Jar Jar, if only. Yeah, that's it, man. That's
No,
fucking-
actually, it's not the
ridiculous.
worst. Attack of the Clones isn't the worst. The Last Jedi is the worst, I'd say.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Then Attack of the Clones.
See, I don't know why Attack of Clones and all that, and as I said, I just think of like pod races and shit, and it's very just not up my alley.
Man, I was a kid. It was brilliant.
No, yeah, we were, but I think I was mentally like 27
Mate,
when
you
I
were
was like
mentally
10.
40.
You know what I mean? So even back then, I was like, I'll never like Jar Jar. Fuck Jar Jar Binks. All about Ewoks, son. Ewoks are the original. OGs,
I
yeah.
didn't like, and I'll say this now, I think number 6 is one of the worst.
Yeah, I would say because as I said, it's gone too mad, isn't it? Yeah.
Wait, what was number 6? Return of the Jedi.
No, wait, what? Oh, you're doing it that through Pathologic. I'm talking about when they were released.
Oh, no, sorry. Oh, we're talking about different stuff here. Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi is shocking.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
man, I
why
hated it
not?
as a kid. Like, because number 1 was like, as in
Yeah.
number 4, number 1, A New Hope was like, oh, this is all, it's space, man, it's space, it's brilliant. And then number 2, I was like, bro, this is so good, that's his dad. And then number 3, it's like, bro, there's fucking Ewoks. No one asked them to throw stones at stormtroopers.
Yeah, see, so you could see where they were going, how ridiculous it was getting.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
In reality, I know I just said I like the Ewoks, but in a way, they are stupid.
Yeah, but
They are stupid. Like, fair enough. Yeah, that is probably the most minimal silliness that I'm allowed to go to is the Ewoks.
Jar
After
Jar-
that, nah.
Jar Jar was amazing. Did you
No,
see
he's
that?
not.
Did you
he's
see
not.
that? In I don't know what one it was. No, not Phantom Menace. It must have been Attack of the Clones. You know when they're like the council in the big room, they had ET in it. Did you see that?
E.T.?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hang on,
bro.
am
I'm
I
telling you,
missing
ET's
that? What?
in it.
Oh, because it's all fucking Spielberg and Lucas, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
like,
all tied, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, all tied, man. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. ET's cool.
I like E.T.
ET's solid.
E.T. sound, man.
I'm
yeah.
glad they never did a sequel to that.
Or like a really like new one where
Yeah,
like E.T.
I hope they
dabs
leave it
out,
alone.
like-
What was the recap? CG Yoda or Puppy Yoda in Phantom Menace? Right, it is all
Ooh.
Or CG Yoda or Puppet Yoda.
Original puppet one. I don't know why. When I think of Puppet Yoda, I just think of that video you sent me. That
Seagulls.
music video. Yeah, that's it. That
Stop
music
it
video.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think of that. He's like a really silly one. Yeah.
CG was cool, but like Yoda was Yoda, man. Because I watched the Star Wars when my mum was a massive Star Wars fan, so I watched like the 3, and then I was buzzing for a lot. Phantom Menace, and it turned out to be the Phantom Menace, and I was like,
It just sour taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? Phantom Menace.
oh man.
I really like CGI Yoda. I got to admit, like
Yeah,
when he's
he was-
when he's backflip, they made him be able to do so much more,
Yeah.
opposed to just like walking a little bit and you know what I mean.
Could you
Jam
imagine
through.
doing backflips as a puppet, man? The strings.
Literally just throwing him in the air, just like flying around,
It's just strings, like he's all like caught up.
like just like I'll save you, Luke. I will, and just like bashing into him. Like,
Oh man, stop it now.
no, dude. That's all I think about now. Is when I think of the old ones. Is that video?
What did you think about Yoda in the new ones? Spoiler alert.
I don't know. I'm very mixed on that. Yeah.
What did you think of the new ones? Like,
Yeah, they're cool and everything, and as I said, bringing back the old elements and stuff. I don't know if it's one of those cash cows just to be like, oh, you remember Mark,
I remember.
Mark Hamill? I remember him. It's fantastic. I don't
Do you
know.
remember when
it's
you
hard
drank
to say,
milk? I remember.
Yeah.
Like, nobody asked.
No.
Empire Yoda doing backflips would be sick though. Yeah.
Just literally just flinging him around.
Oh, how long's it been since the most recent one? Like last year it came out.
Yeah,
2
so
years
it's not been that long. No.
We allowed to talk about spoilers yet?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. It's fine.
Nah, I didn't like it.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I know. I totally get where you're coming from with that. You know what I mean?
I really liked Kylo Ren, and I liked
Yeah.
what's her name, Rey.
Yeah.
But everything else, I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because we're like older and we're kind of bitterish, and it's just like we've seen it, and it's just like, yeah, all right, we get it. It's this new generation for new ones. But yeah, again, I wasn't too fussed. Like,
It's Star Wars. I always love Star
yeah.
Wars.
Oh yeah, it's like any franchise. You know, the further and further it goes down, it gets diluted.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I really want is Star Wars, but prequels, like not more of Jar Jar. Don't worry, bro. But I mean, like the Empire. The Knights of the Old Republic, sort of back in the day when it was like full on war,
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, dude. Yeah, right to Lucas and be like, yeah. Well, it's owned by fucking is it Disney.
Disney.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bad Batch yet?
Nah.
Apparently, that's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet. But you sound like Yoda then, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, well it's taken a tumble this stream.
We have definitely gone down a little side hatch. I think a side quest, if you will,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Jarvis watching Clone Wars. Ooh, still
Ooh.
watching Clone. Apparently that gets good. Knights of Red actually fight would have been good. Yeah, man. There's many things they could have done. Right,
They
bro.
won't.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, as I said, I think we wrapped it up quite well.
Resident Evil 8
and as I
is
said, the evolution of
incredible.
that.
Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap's great. Resident Evil 8 is incredible. Mass Effect next week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I might have to get a bit research that a bit more and get clued up for next week. or
Oh
whatever.
man, it's so good.
But we should. Yeah, I said this reminds me of the first season where out of nowhere all these games come out of nowhere.
I
innit?
know.
Yeah.
Well, it must be around the same sort of time, right?
Yeah, they know.
No,
what
we
they're doing.
started. It was the consoles coming out, weren't it?
That was it. Yeah, and then we had more game recaps and new things were coming. It's like I like that we have definitely a blend of stuff on this show
Yeah.
for sure, man.
Cool. Right, that's it for me, man. I'm all sci-fi'd out.
Yeah, literally, that's been quite a nerd fest, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
But yeah, as I said, until next week, guys. Then we'll see you later.
Take it easy. Bye bye.
Bye bye.